Brace yourselves because you will not believe the pure chaos that just went down at practice today. The pads are finally on and the trenches are absolutely brutal right now. Our Who Dat boys are hitting hard and one massive rookie is already looking like a total steal. But hold up, because we also got a shocking bombshell dropping out of nowhere about a player walking away from the game completely. Before we get into all this wild NOLA action, you need to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel right now to support our crew. Friends, fellow Saints fans, we're starting our training camp coverage with some significant news that hit the team yesterday. Our third-year wide receiver, Jalen Polk, has officially decided to retire from football and was placed on the reserved retired list. Polk, a promising young talent we brought into the fold in 2024, had missed the first few days of camp for personal reasons, and now we understand why. Coach Kellen Moore addressed the media this morning, confirming Jalen's choice was deeply personal, something he felt was right for him. Moore emphasized the continuous open communication with Polk and expressed the team's love and support for him going forward, even leaving the door open should Polk ever wish to return. This news certainly comes as a shock, especially as we were all hoping to see Polk make a significant leap in his third season, and it leaves a hole in our receiver room that we hadn't anticipated filling. Think about it this way: losing a young player with potential always stings. And our collective hearts go out to Jalen as he embarks on this new chapter. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad put on full pads for the first time today, signaling a real step up in physicality. Coach Moore acknowledged it wasn't perfect, calling it an acclimation process. But players like Talles Fuaga embraced the contact, getting valuable reps against veterans like Carl Granderson and the seemingly ageless Cam Jordan, which Fuaga even joked made him better. We also saw rookie Barian Brown shine, refusing to be tackled and hauling in a deep pass. What does Polk's unexpected departure mean for the competition and depth at wide receiver as camp continues to heat up? In a truly unexpected turn of events, the Saints announced that third-year wide receiver Jalen Polk has decided to retire from football, opting to hang up his cleats permanently after missing the first few days of training camp for personal reasons. This decision, following extensive conversations with Coach Kellen Moore, highlights the personal toll and sacrifice required at the professional level. A stark reminder that sometimes a player's path diverges from the team's needs for deeply personal reasons. While early retirements aren't unheard of in the NFL, a player stepping away just as they enter their third year often signals a significant internal struggle or a shift in life priorities, echoing situations where promising careers end prematurely. As New Orleans Saints fans, we've seen players like Ricky Williams take unexpected turns, reminding us that these athletes are more than just numbers on a roster. The front office and coaching staff, as expressed by Moore, clearly handled this with empathy and support for Polk, which is crucial for maintaining a positive team culture. However, the part fans are not ready for is how this undoubtedly impacts the team's receiving depth, creating an immediate void in a position where competition is already fierce. This sudden departure elevates the importance of every rep for the remaining pass catchers, particularly for promising talents like LSU rookie Barian Brown, who has already been turning heads and showcasing his exceptional talent during practice, evidenced by his recent deep touchdown from Spencer Rattler. Alright, with the day's happenings now in full view, let's shift our focus and dig into what all this truly means for our Saints. Beyond the initial reports, the real stakes here are about building a foundation of resilience and depth, particularly with the first day in pads exposing immediate needs and opportunities. Jalen Polk's unexpected retirement, while understandable for personal reasons, instantly reshapes our wide receiver depth chart. It opens up a roster spot, but also places more pressure on others to step up, making the ascent of a talent like Barian Brown even more critical. His impressive showing today, refusing to be tackled and hauling in a deep pass, indicates he could be a significant contributor sooner than anticipated, directly impacting who makes the 53-man roster and potentially earns early season targets. This shift means that for early matchups, especially against division rivals, we might be relying on a younger, less experienced receiver group if Brown isn't fully game ready. The emphasis Coach Moore places on O-line, D-line battles and Talles Fuaga getting valuable reps against a wise veteran like Cam Jordan is vital for setting the physical tone that wins games in the trenches and protects our quarterback. This foundational work directly translates to our ability to control the line of scrimmage in crucial games against teams like the Falcons or Buccaneers. Furthermore, practicing specific situational schemes like 1st and 15 demonstrates a focused approach to mental toughness and game management, which can be the difference in tight contests later in the season. The news of third-year wide receiver Jalen Polk's retirement, as announced by coach Kellen Moore, certainly gives us Saints fans something to chew on. On the one hand, this move opens up a significant opportunity for other players on the roster to step up and claim a more prominent role. Coach Moore's comments about the extensive conversations and Polk's personal decision highlight that sometimes a player choosing his well-being, even if it means leaving the game, can ultimately be a good thing. It allows the team to dedicate valuable reps and resources to players who are fully committed and present, like rookie Barry Brown, whom Coach Moore lauded for his energy, juice, and awesome practice habits. This commitment and infectious energy can truly elevate the entire receiving core. However, the downside here is undeniably the loss of a third-year player who represented a past draft investment and potential depth for this team. Unexpected departures mid-camp disrupt continuity and force a sudden reevaluation of the depth chart, especially at a crucial position like wide receiver. Around the league, media and teams would typically highlight how vital depth is, and losing Polk draws attention to who will now fill that void, especially with impressive young talents like Barry and Brown showcasing their abilities. And I cannot stress this enough. The spotlight is now squarely on the internal competition for receiving targets. Here's where I land on this. While losing Polk is a setback in terms of depth, this situation provides a clear path for hungry talents like Brown to accelerate their development and prove their worth. It's a chance for the team to rally around fully committed players, potentially uncovering an even brighter future. So when you put the news itself together with what it means going forward, here's the picture that emerges. Kellen Moore's methodical approach to this training camp signals a deep commitment to fundamental disciplined football for the Saints over the next few seasons. From his acknowledgement that putting on pads for the first time is an acclimation process, and a reminder of how far we have to go, to the emphasis on O-line, D-line one-on-ones as the more realistic drills, it's clear this coaching staff is building from the ground up. This isn't about quick fixes or flashy plays, but rather a day-by-day learning process focused on mastering the basics and situational understanding, as evidenced by practicing those tricky 1 and 15 circumstances. What nobody is talking about is how this deliberate, foundational work, while perhaps less immediately exciting, is precisely what lays the groundwork for sustained excellence. As New Orleans Saints fans, you should feel a quiet confidence heading into the season. This measured approach, combined with the exciting development of young talent like Barry and Brown, whom Coach Moore praised for his energy and awesome practice habits, suggests a franchise focused on long-term growth and resilience. We're seeing a team committed to genuine player development and building a strong, adaptable squad. The fact that Talisa Fuaga is getting valuable reps against veterans like Carl Granderson and the wise Cam Jordan further reinforces this commitment to making every player better through rigorous competition. Do you think the valuable reps Talisa Fuaga is getting against Carl Granderson and Cam Jordan will be the most crucial part of his development this training camp? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Who dat?